All right, my friends of the eyes, man, with you again. Oh my God, today it is a hot one in the city, my friends. Hot one in the city. Oh, trying to adjust this thing. It is a hot one in the city today, my friends. Boiling today in Los Angeles. So today, yes, there's not going to be any tall boots, no leather jackets, no none of that stuff. It's like 1,000,000 degrees. Luckily, there's a little bit of a breeze. So anyway, I've decided to head over to the beach. So we're going to visit Santa Monica Beach and maybe even Venice Beach and see what we can see. That's the adventure for today, my friends. But if you're into tall boots or leather jackets or any of that kind of stuff, unfortunately this video will not have those things. It is just too hot. I was actually going to ride my motorcycle today because I was having some problems with the bike. I think it was the crankshaft sensor. I did get it replaced, but I needed to test the bike out more. It basically stalled on me in the freeway, so that was kind of lame, but I'll tell you that whole story later. Anyway, let's go check out Santa Monica. All right, my friends, the Ozman with you. So I'm in Santa Monica now. Back there is Santa Monica. Sure. Let me turn this around. See? Santa Monica. Okay, but the reason I'm over here, I wanted to show you this building. Okay, so back in the early 1990s, like say 1992, 91, something like that, my father knew the owner of this apartment building. This one right there. You see it where it says Purser Apartments? He knew the owner, and he said he can get the owner to get me an apartment here. So the owner told me, yeah, I have a studio apartment and it's I think it was $350 a month. This was the early 90s, right here on the beach. Okay, there's the beach, there's the beach, there's the apartment. Beach, apartment. But back in those days, my friends, you know, I was like 20 years old. And I said, Dad, I don't have money to pay $360 a month. I barely have money for gas, you know, kind of like I am now. I barely have money for gas now. And at that time, gas was like $1.20 a gallon. But, you know, the landlord said, well, you know, it's rent control. It's going to just go up, you know, a little bit every year or so. But anyway, long story short, I couldn't afford it. I didn't get it. And of course, if I had moved in back in the 1990s, you know, I could still be living here today with rent control. And I don't know, maybe my rent would have been $1,000 by now or something. But hey, $1,000 to live right on the beach? You know, what a good deal. But, you know, I was young, dumb, and full of something, if you know what I mean. Anyway, we're going to head over to Venice Beach. So let's check out, well, I'm going to take the long walk from Santa Monica to Venice Beach. If I see anything interesting, I'll stop and record. All right, there's some people playing volleyball here. I thought I might show you guys this little volleyball contest here. So we got everybody at the beach. They got some music playing over there, some smooth rhythms. So yeah, it's pretty nice here at the beach right now. The weather's way cooler than it was by my home. So I like that, and there's a nice little breeze. I'm still in Santa Monica, but I'm heading towards the border of Venice. So hopefully there's something interesting happening down there. So let's see what we see. All right, we're at the border of Santa Monica and Venice Beach, but I wanted to show you the sign. Look at that. Good vibes, start here. So right over there is Venice Beach. We're entering Venice Beach. And right back there is Santa Monica, okay? So this is Venice Beach and Santa Monica. I'm going to show you the actual border in just a second here. But I'm actually surprised there's not as many people on the beach as I thought there'd be more people on the beach because of the heat. But the beach actually looks pretty mellow. Doesn't seem like as many people. There's people way out there. But not too many walking around. So those are some condos for the rich. Okay, we've arrived. So this is the border right here. So that's Santa Monica. Oops, there's traffic coming. Anyway, this traffic passes. And now we are in Venice Beach. So here we are, Venice Beach. And this is the Venice boardwalk. Once again, a little bit more mellow than I thought. But it looks like there's some crowds up there. So let's see what we see when we get a little closer. When we get a little closer to the action in Venice Beach. So they have this barricade thing. I've never seen it before, but I guess it's to keep bicyclists and maybe cars out. You see this thing? Never seen this before. This little bar thing. Anyway, let's go around, see what we see. Supposedly a lot of the vendors here, these street vendors, have been complaining that they're not getting as much business as they used to. Because, you know, Venice had a homeless problem. Well, it still sort of does have a homeless problem. But, so it keeps the tourists away. But lately the city has been cracking down on the homeless a bit, so they're not as prevalent as they once were. But, you know, the damage has been done. They got their metal transformers up here. I like these hats. These cowboy hats are kind of cool. I like that one with the skull. It reminds me of my baseball hat, my skull baseball hat, skull and bone baseball hat. I actually forgot my baseball hat. I was going to bring it with the skull and crossbones. But I forgot it at home. Maybe I should buy that hat.
Not as convenient as the other. Yeah, right here.
This guy with the guitar that I'm coming up to, he's been here since the 80s. I remember as a kid I would see that guy. He used to have an acoustic guitar though. Now he's upgraded to an electric guitar. But as a kid I remember he used to be out here at the Venice Beach with his acoustic guitar. So he's still doing the hustle all these years later. Anyway, this is like the heart of Venice here. The boardwalk where all the action is, all the stores. And over there, it looks like they're doing, or I don't know if they're getting ready for the the Hare Krishna event, or if it's already over, but we're gonna take a look. All right, so there's this Hare Krishna kind of temple that's in Culver City, not too far from Venice Beach. And I'm not sure if they're going to start this event in the future or they're breaking it down. But anyway, it looks like they had some kind of event a while ago. They got all their tents up here, the Hare Krishnas. But I don't know if they still got this thing going or it's over. There's nobody here. But I don't know if they're setting up or they it's over and they're breaking down. Doesn't look like anything's happened. This dude, I don't know if he's setting up or breaking down over here at this tent here. Looks like he might be, I don't know, kind of looks like he's setting up, but Festival of the Chariots, celebrating 50 years. Of course, there's no date, so you have no clue as to whether this is starting or ending yoga experience. Let me see if I can ask that guy. Excuse me, is this event over with, or is this getting set up? Is this event over with?
It's tomorrow.
Oh, it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow at 12.
Tomorrow at 12. Okay, thank you.
Parade that starts at 10:30 at Venice, at Pico and Main.
Oh, okay.
Comes down Main Street, the parade, and there's 3 real big floats, and then it comes down to the boardwalk at Rose. At
Rose.
about 11.
Okay.
And they come down, they're almost as tall as the buildings. They're quite dramatic.
Okay, I'll check it out. Tomorrow at 10 o'clock, Pico and Main. All right, so that guy told me that this event is going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow at 10 o'clock they have a parade, and then around 1 o'clock, I guess they're here at this little festival area, and they're having dancing and music and this and that. It's by the Hare Krishna, just like I expected from over there in Culver City. So they have a little bit of a temple. You know, the Hare Krishnas used to be known for going to the airport and singing Hare Krishna. But you know, I go to the airport a lot, and I've never seen the Hare Krishnas. So that must have been like a 1970s or a 1980s thing. But I don't know if I'll be able to make it to this event tomorrow. It's today's Saturday as I'm recording this. But you know, if I can, I'll try to swing by. But I actually have a few things to do tomorrow. I might actually be riding the motorcycle. As I mentioned earlier in the video, my motorcycle, let me see if I can go somewhere where there's no sun behind me. All right, so the other day I'm riding down the freeway. Actually, I'm coming from Pacific Coast Highway, but I get on the freeway to head home, and as I'm changing lanes, the motorcycle just dies on me, just completely dies on me. And I thought, oh, maybe I hit the kill switch. So I pull over to the side of the freeway, and I check the kill switch. It's not been turned on; it's still off, and all the electronics is lit up on my dashboard on my Harley Road Glide. So I'm like, what the hell was that? So then I started it again, and it started right back up, and now I had a check engine light on there. So that was super annoying. Anyway, of course, now I don't know what the hell's going on with the bike. I ride home. I started checking the bike, doing some research. Anyway, I think it's the crankshaft sensor. So I called my mechanic. I said, hey, I think I'm having a bad crankshaft sensor. And he says, okay, I bring it in and I'll check the computer, see what it says, but I don't have any sensors here, no crankshaft sensors. So I said, okay, I'm going to buy one. He goes, are you sure you want to buy one? Because maybe that's not the problem. I said, well, I'd rather have it than not have it, you know? So I went to Harley, got it. Long story short, they did put in the new sensor. The battery terminals, they were tightened up a little bit more. And I rode it home, and it did install on me, but I think I need to ride it more to feel like the problem is resolved. So I was going to ride today, but it's like 1,000,000 degrees. I'm basically sitting on the heart of the sun. As Pink Floyd would say, I'm sending the controls to the heart of the sun. So of course today I decided not to ride. I'm here at the beach, but tomorrow I'm gonna maybe try to wake up early before the heat gets at full power, and ride the bike. So if I do, maybe I'll record it so you guys can check it out. And if I get stalled on the freeway, you can see the magic. But anyway, I'm still here at Venice Beach. Let's walk around some more, see what we see. All right, so this is the Hare Krishna's setup. So it looks like it's going to happen tomorrow. If I can, I'll try to stop by, even if it's for a little bit. But like I said, I think I'm going to be busy riding my motorcycle tomorrow. But this is the setup. They got all their little tents. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. I don't know if you saw this movie, Heretic. It's a horror movie. And basically it's about these Mormon girls who try to go to this guy's house to try to convince him that Mormonism is the way. And he basically he goes into this rampage, this whole discussion about how there's tons of religion, there's tons of people who could be considered a messiah, and he points out the Hindu religion and Egyptian religions and all this stuff. And then one of the girls says, "Dude, one of your gods has a bird for a head." I thought that was kind of funny. But anyway, good movie if you ever get a chance to check it out. Not exactly Eric Clapton. Hey, that's German Venice. Okay, we're pretty close to Muscle Beach, but here's the basketball. Okay, a basketball came my way and I had to give it back to the players. Anyway, these guys are playing basketball over here. Venice Beach, my friends. Got some more people playing basketball over here. You want some glasses? You can get one right there.
Hell yeah.
All right, here's the famous Venice Beach that Arnold Schwarzenegger made famous back in the day. You got everybody working out here. You got that cute girl working out over there. Look at this. Venice Beach, Muscle Beach. Muscle Beach, my friends. I should go there and show them how it's done. Anyway, we're almost at the end of Venice Beach here, but let's see what we see.
Now it ain't the radio, it's a video shoot. Living life in the limelight with a bank full of loot. Now my crew is silent, shit the haters and the leeches. Running full court at my house with our girls in the bleachers.
Okay, earlier I showed you the border of Santa Monica and Venice. We've arrived at the border of Venice and Marina del Rey. All right, so here we are. This is it. Okay. So this right here, this is Marina del Rey, straight ahead. Marina del Rey, as you can see, there's nobody selling anything. And over here is Venice. As you can see, lots of people. Marina del Rey. I don't think I'm going to walk all the way to Marina del Rey because I'm pretty far from my car, and I think I'm ready to walk back. But let's see if we can walk back a different way than we got here. All right, so let's go down this little bit of a residential area over here and see what we see. All right, we've arrived at kind of the main entrance to Venice here. where they have the historic Venice sign. So there it is, the historic Venice sign. And I'm going to cross the street here, up there. That way it goes back to where the Hare Krishnas were, back down there. All right, anyway, I'm continuing my journey back to Santa Monica. I'm just doing the back side of the boardwalk here, just to see if there's anything new and different to see. So, you know, we'll just go down the highway here and see what we see. You know, I could be wrong, but I think that we're coming up on the original Gold's Gym, the one that Arnold Schwarzenegger started. There's still a Gold Gym in Venice, but it's a more modern one. But I think this was the original. I could be wrong, but I think it is. I could be wrong, my friends, but I think that could be the original Gold's Gym. Right there. Okay, my friends, I just looked it up and I am correct that this is the original location of the Gold's Gym. It says 1006. I'm on Pacific. I don't know if it's Pacific Avenue. I'm on Pacific, but it is supposed to be 1006 Pacific, and this building across the street here is 1006 Pacific. Right there. See, 1006 Pacific. The new Gold's Gym is, I think, on Rose, I forgot the cross street. I want to say Rose and Hampton. And it's a modern one. It looks like a 24-hour fitness or any of those big gyms you know of. But yeah, this looks like it was the original puppy right here. So probably Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll be back. Worked out here. Anyway, let's continue on with the Venice journey. All right, my friends, so we coming up to this mural for it's kind of like the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C., except this is for the people who've been in military action, who have still missing in action, MIA, POWs. So here in Venice, they made a little mural for those people, and it looks like this. So there it is, right there. You are not forgotten. 2,273 POW, MIA, still unaccounted for in Northeast Asia, so still for the Vietnam War, just to show that we haven't forgotten them. You know, my friends, there's this movie on HBO Max called The Long Walk, and it's about these guys, well, actually it's more like young adults, teenagers / early 20s, young men who have to walk continuously, and if they are the last man standing, basically they win like whatever they want, basically all this money and whatever they basically want. And it's basically a dystopian story. And today I've been doing a lot of walking, and I think to myself, I probably couldn't walk that long, because I'm heading back to my car right now, and I gotta tell you, I'm pretty tired. I'm feeling the burn, my friends. I'm feeling the burn. So I don't think I would be very successful in the long walk. So, but anyway, it's not a bad movie. If you get a chance, you have HBO Max, wherever you're watching. I don't know what country you might be in, but if you're in a country that has HBO Max, you might want to check out The Long Walk. And yeah, see if you think you could walk and walk and walk and be the last person standing. I'd like to think I'd be that guy, but to be honest, I'm already feeling the burn, so I probably would not succeed at the long walk. Anyway, I'm back in Santa Monica, but it's still a long walk to my car. I'm here in Santa Monica, but I'm pretty close to my car. I'm not too far from my car. So I think I'm going to wrap up the video now. Little trip to Santa Monica, little trip to Venice Beach. I know there wasn't any tall boots or leather jackets or gloves or any of that kind of stuff, but it's been hot as hell over here, my friends. It's been like 2 weeks of just burning flames here in Los Angeles. But the next video I put up, I'll try to bring back the tall boots and the leather jackets and all that fun stuff. Anyway, until next time, my friends, you guys ride like the wind, and don't let that wind ride you, and I will see you on the next one. Uh-oh. We got some road rage over here, my friends. Anyway, like I said, I'll see you on the next one.